We've said it time and time again whenever we talk about Google products. Again, if Google's going to give you something to use it, right? This is a thing provided by Google through Google and to be shown on the Google results page, search engine results page. Use the darn thing. This is Local SEO Tactics, and this week we're going to be talking about Google Post offers. Something pretty cool. A lot of you have probably used the Google My Business post before, but now they have a new feature called offers. We're going to jump in this week, kind of break down what that is, what's different about that compared to the old school posts, and how you can leverage this for your business, and kind of some best practices on what to do with that. We kind of overuse the best practices, quote unquote, terminology sometimes, but this is a new thing. We have some insight we think that's going to help you how to kind of get this out of the box, test it, and see if it's working for you. So stay tuned this week. Hopefully it's some good stuff that's going to help you out.
Hello, everybody. Bob Brennan here, Jesse Dolan here to talk to you about review leads and what it's doing for different companies. Yeah. And what I like about review leads, and this was kind of news to me, and Jesse kind of is always correcting me on this, but we had a client sign up recently. They had about a 4.5 review, and they had about 145 reviews, which isn't bad at all.
No, that's good.
And, I was kind of shy about mentioning it to them, and I think you mentioned it to them, Jesse, and they're like, yeah, sign us up. And I didn't quite understand why. And basically, they spent a lot of man hours getting those reviews.
Yeah.
And people hours, I should say. I'm sorry. But basically, they signed up. They've got about a 4.7, 4.8 right now going for their average reviews, if you will. But what they love about it is their people are not tied up. This is an automatic program. It's very slick. So, we keep talking about who this is for and who it isn't for. In this case, it's a bigger company. It's over 1.5 million or what have you. They've got a work team of 10 to 12 people, but they can afford to literally go chase these reviews.
Right.
So it's really it's good for that type of a company. It's good for everybody. If I could sell it to everybody, I would.
Right.
But Jesse's got a special offer he wants to run by you and some other information I think is going to help everybody out.
Yeah, just kind of finishing off your thought there and why, even if you already have good reviews and a good quantity, you want to keep getting them. I thought this was super interesting, and we've got it on the website, of course. 73% of people, basically, if the review is older than 3 months, they really don't consider it valid anymore.
Right.
Maybe you've been collecting reviews for years, and you've got 150 reviews, and you're a 4 point whatever rating or a 5.0 rating. If people are digging into those, and if they're seeing that in the last 2 months or 3 months, you've only maybe had a dozen or two reviews, they say, okay, well, maybe they used to be good. Or if they go down to a competitor who's just crushing it recently and they've got 90 reviews in the last 3 weeks, people are going to gravitate to that. Really, you can't be complacent. I mean, right. Everybody's getting reviews, not just you. People are always going to be chomping at your heels, and you want to make this process as easy as possible for your customers, but even more importantly, like we're talking, as easy as possible for your own business. It can be very labor intensive if you want it to be, or if you're using a tool like this, it can be pretty automated. Something pretty cool we're launching just for the podcast listeners here is $100 off. So this is something that goes for $250 a month. It's going to be $150 a month. If you go to intrix.com/review150, you can get more information through that exact web address, and that's going to qualify you to get the $100 off. That's the month-to-month price.
Yeah.
If you actually wanted to opt in for the annual is always a 20% savings. So
my 125 or so.
California math serves me right. Yeah, it's $120, right? So for $120 a month, I mean, I don't know what that value is as far as people hours and labor.
Oh yeah.
But that's going to really move the needle for you. It's going to get you more reviews, and again, we talk about this in basically every episode. There's way more that this does than just getting those reviews. You can share them. It alerts you. You can respond to positive reviews. You can catch negative reviews quicker. Awesome tool. So if you take advantage of this for $150 or $120 a month, you're going to get ROI pretty dang quick on this thing.
You bet.
Check it out. Intrix.com/review150. And without further ado, let's jump into this week's episode. Hey everybody, welcome back to Local SEO Tactics. I'm Jesse Dolan, Bob Brennan, as always. And this week we're going to be talking about one of our favorite topics revolving around Google My Business. If you're doing anything with your website, you should have a Google My Business profile / page set up by now for your company. That's what's going to pop you in the map pack and those top 3 results usually when you're searching on Google. Hopefully you're in that map pack. If you're not, check out our episodes 1 and 2. We talk about how to get that set up and how to optimize that and utilize some of these tools that Google has in there to get exposure for your business. Absolutely, probably the most relevant thing in SEO right now today for local SEO, for local service businesses, which is what we're talking about here. So there's a new feature out within Google Posts. And it basically allows you to put out an offer. So just kind of recapping, going back again, check out our episodes 1 and 2 of the podcast. We're going to talk about Google My Business and particularly the posts within that. The posts are there to let you, post ironically, right? Post information about your business. It's almost like a little micro blog post within Google My Business. That's going to show up on the right-hand side. If you get to kind of be in some people refer to it as like the snippet or the knowledge panel and things like that. But if you do a Google search and you see your business on the right-hand side, you're going to get your post displayed. This is very attractive for companies to have because it just takes up more real estate on that page. Again, I'm not going to break down the entire reasons why you want to use that. We cover that in previous episodes. Yeah. But if you're on Google My Business and you're not doing anything with posts, start doing something with posts. Do it daily, do it weekly, do it as often as you can. Doesn't matter. You can't overdo it. It's an absolutely great resource. Within that, you get 300 words. So it's small. Again, it's kind of a micro deal. You get 100 to 300 words roughly to post in there, and you can put an image. That's how posts have been used to date. Now, within those images, some people, there's been a lot of experiments with, just like photographs or text ads or text overlays on photographs. You can kind of really experiment and see whatever works good with you. Google has a new thing that they've launched in conjunction with posts called offers. So it's really just like it sounds. You have the ability now to create a post, but turn it into an offer. So the things that have been working really good for people in the past with posts have been kind of very call to action, type posts. The reason we're doing this stuff to get found in Google is to, call people to action, right? To buy our products, use our services and things like that for local service businesses. So the successful posts to date have been revolving around a strong call to action, right? So as I mentioned earlier about maybe overlaying text on your photograph, if you're selling computers, you don't want to just have a picture of a computer, right? Or something like that. You want to, what is this? What's the context, right? Is it for sale? Is this for repair? What am I promoting? Your picture should tie into the actual purpose of that post. You're going to want to translate those same kind of things into this offer here. So I'll give you kind of a breakdown of some of the features, that you can do in this offer. And then we're going to kind of roundtable some ideas on what would some good offers be and why is it relevant to you. So first, where you're going to find this, you're going to log into your Google My Business account. And you're going to go to the area for posts. That should be on your left-hand side of your account. From there, you're going to create a new post. And if you've done this before, it's going to be extremely similar to creating a post. But now on the right-hand side, you're going to see a little tab that says offer. And it's going to have like a little for sale tag looking thing there. Click on that, and that's going to be a different kind of a post. Now, this is something that might not be brand new to all of you. It was kind of rolled out in limited beta, if you were lucky enough to get it before. But now this is just a straight up standard feature within the Google Posts. So if you click on that offer tab, you're going to be presented with a couple different options that just weren't there before. So first thing is you want to have an offer title. That's going to be your strong call to action. Even if you repeat something like this, in the image that's going to go with your post and you put an image on the post. You're not going to want to create a post without an image or with just a blank, color graphic, something else, a placeholder.
It's got to be visually stimulating.
Yeah. You're not going to first read the text, right? You're going to look at the image first, and if that image contains text, that's not so much what I mean, but you're going to be drawn to that image. It's going to be probably about the same size as the post on the screen. Definitely use that, and we'll break that down in a second. But then within that, you're going to have the title. So, if you're going to be, let's say 20% off of computers, make sure that that's what your title says, for this post, for this offer is 20% off computers or something relevant. And then again, you're going to have up to 300 words of text that you can put in that post. Now, write this text like you would any other, article on your website. Do it on purpose. understand what keywords you're going after and what your intent is for this. If you're pushing computers, mention the word computers, right? Or if it's a particular brand, Dell computers or Dell laptops or, whatever the heck it's going to be, mention that stuff in your post. If possible, mention that stuff in the title. This is all relevant to SEO. I mean, that's the name of the game, right? So just like anything else, like we keep, preaching, do it on purpose, do it with intent, and make sure you understand what you're trying to optimize it for, and include your text and your phraseology in that way. Now, in addition to that, you're also going to see, let me pull it up here, a start date and time and an end date and time. So that's kind of the cool part. What this offers as compared to the regular post. On the regular post, you just post it, and it's almost kind of like a blog within the Google My Business post here I'm speaking. You just post them. Tomorrow you post another one and then another one, and they just kind of rotate through almost, like in a timeline type of a fashion. They don't literally rotate on there, but I mean, that's most recent one is displayed. With an offer, I mean, you might not want that to be evergreen, right? And just be out there forever. If you're going to run a sale just for the month of July, let's say, you're not going to have, that you don't want that thing up in November and you're out of stock or prices change or whatever it is. So you can put a finite timeline on this. So that can be obviously as long or short as you want. And if you want to kind of do something retroactive, you have the ability to say that, this started, last Monday or something like that. If maybe you're actually doing a promotion right now today, you're listening to this and saying, well, shoot, we have a promotion running right now and I'm going to go write a post. You can say this started last Monday or last Tuesday or the first of the month or whatever it was to kind of sync up with your actual promotion that's happening. So it all looks like it was coordinated. You're completely able to do that. That's fine. But pick your start date and pick your end date, and it's going to automatically show with that context in mind. So the other thing on there is if you want, depending on if this is e-commerce or whatever it is, you can put a promo code on there. So maybe if they link from your Google My Business, goes to your e-commerce site and they need to enter this promo code,
that'll work.
If maybe you have a banner on your e-commerce that has that promo code again, or if it's for free shipping or whatever the case is, or maybe you don't promote that and you just want to see, are people responding to seeing this offer post, and then going to my site and taking action, because this is the only spot I'm showing this promo code.
Yeah.
Which would be a cool test to do. But that's up to you if you want to do that. But there's a spot for you to put in that promo code. Another use, it doesn't just have to be for e-commerce. Let's say your post says, come into our store and to get, 20% off this Dell laptop, mention promo code, Dell20. You want to display that for them. So you'd want to mention that in the text of the post, but then also there's literally a field here for you to enter in your promo code. And however you're going to use that is really up to you. Those are just a couple quick ideas. But those are the new features that are available. So it's pretty cool. If nothing else, it's something different. You're gonna stand out on the page and grab that attention of those customers that are searching and just kind of scrolling through the page. So,
well, and I think it's key that whatever you offer, again, you're measuring it.
Yeah.
So if it's a special rate, if you're an hourly service type deal, you have a visual of your normal rate with a red slash through it, and then a new rate in green. That's a bit unusual, so your whole team and your organization knows where this came from, because this is all new. We really don't know how effective this is in converting. So we are kind of late in the game. We don't have a lot of experience with it ourselves, and we'll probably be digging into that, testing with it. We'll circle back with some of our own results, but it's one of those things that a person's going to have to open up your map pack, or I'm not your map pack, but your map Google My Listing or whatever, to see this promo, right?
Yeah, to read the whole thing, depending on Google kind of decides how to display these things, right? Depending on different search criteria. But they're not going to see the whole post. You're always just going to kind of see a snippet, and then
you have to click again.
Read more and kind of expand more. We should note too, there's actually another field. I was just looking at my notes and I skipped this one. You can also put in a link to redeem the offer. So you don't have, these are not, they don't have to be combined together. You can have a promo code, but not use this link to the offer, but you can do both. So usually on your Google My Business posts, if you're going to link anywhere, it's kind of, to the main page that your GMB links to. So this does allow you to, go to something separate. So again, like talking about testing and things like that. If you want to test different things and just see how effective this is, you can push traffic right to a dedicated web page that maybe has a unique tracking number or some other criteria to help you.
So
know
if you're a
this is
pizza
working.
shop, how would this work with a pizza shop? Would you have, again, some enticing offer?
Yeah.
They could potentially link to a coupon or something to print out, or would that matter? Or
Yeah.
how would you stage that?
Yeah, so I guess there'd be three ways, just kind of thinking through that. One would be is if you have the ability to actually place these orders online, is state your deal. Let's just say it's get a free small pizza, right, with purchase
Right.
of any one topping or whatever the heck it is. But if this was an e-commerce type situation, then yeah, make sure that your link to the offer is there, and if there's a promo code to input, that's all there and kind of pushes through. The other option B is if they just needed to print this or maybe show this on their phone, like if they walk in, show us this on your phone. Just save it, take a picture of it, whatever it is. If you're calling in, mention this promo code. But I guess I'd be very curious if you ran something slightly unique. That's not, one of your current promotions.
Yeah.
Just to see how much exposure this is getting. It's pretty new. Hopefully it sticks around. It's pretty cool. But sometimes Google will test these things, right? And if there's just no action, they pull it down. Google Plus was supposed to be, the Facebook killer.
Sure.
I mean, recently in the last year, Google put out updates and deactivated a lot of inactive Google Plus,
Right.
pages. So
Right.
even though they're awesome at what they do and they're extremely innovative, their ideas don't always stick. This one looks like it's pretty good because the post thing has been working for people. It helps get exposure, take up real estate. Now you can actually tie an offer into this, right? So it seems like it's going to make sense, but test it out, see if it's working for you. If it is, do more of it. Find out how to leverage it. But if it's not, then don't, and just create traditional posts.
Right.
Kind of on the note, I guess I would recommend, and like you're saying, Bob, this is new, right? So nobody has a lot of experience in this yet. This is kind of, for this episode as an announcement that it's out there to let everybody know. Not so much on maybe how to best use it. We're just kind of sharing what we expect to be best practices built on everything else here. But what we don't know is if this is going to drive a lot of success for you or not. What we do know is using posts, again, helps take up real estate on the Google search engine results page, the SERP page. So if you're not going to use this offer, if this is anything other than just, if this is nothing more than just a reminder for you to leverage that Google posts, hey, great, go do that. It's going to help you get more exposure and get found online. But if you have some promotions and some offers, if you're going to post something, again, get that strong call to action. Something Bob and I were just talking about before we're recording this here is from our own personal experience in helping businesses, try to stay away from like these generic offers. 5% off this,
Right.
20% off that. A guy stopped into our business years ago, kind of doing just door-to-door marketing, for whatever it is. We don't need to get into why, but he shared a super cool kind of metaphor with me that I thought really resonated, and I'd like to share it. Is you got to give the context to people, what this offer is. If somebody said you get 20% off a pizza, do we know what that really means? Is that cheap?
Right.
Is it expensive?
It's a
Is it a good
$100
deal?
pizza and it's $80 or what?
Don't really know.
Right.
However, Little Caesars, which I guess I don't know if they're nationwide, but they're definitely up here in the Midwest. They have a $5 hot and fresh pizza. Usually
Right.
one topping, let's say pepperoni or whatever the case is for you. But you instantly know the value of that $5 large pizza. I mean, you can put that into context. Now, is it going to mean it's the best pizza quality ingredients?
No.
Out there? Probably not, right? It's
Well,
$5.
It's Friday. Your kids are hungry. You're late for the baseball game. It's
Right.
like, it is what it is.
Right. I mean, it's a good value, really,
Right.
at the end of the day. You can instantly put that into context without any other feedback. $5 pizza, you know what you're getting, right?
Just on a parenting pro tip here.
Yeah.
Just give them the pizza and then make sure they take some vitamins afterward. You're good to go.
You don't think there's a lot of nutrition in a $5 pizza?
I'm just saying.
Probably not. But it is pretty damn good. I can attest to that. I've
Sure.
ate my fair share of Little Caesars pizza. No, in all seriousness though, you have a limited amount of space to do this. This post, the image on it, is going to be, if it's on your computer screen, maybe half of a business card, right? Just kind of for scale. The image is going to be that size. The text is going to be probably about that same deal. So this isn't like a huge thing that's going to slap people in the face. You want to catch attention and you want to quickly convey what it is. So just using that metaphor of make sure you say your pizza is $5 instead of 20% off, because you need to just quickly have people understand what is the value, why do I care?
Yep.
And you don't want to make them think and kind of run through their,
Right.
You don't want them to run through their head and figure this stuff out. So, just backtracking as well, we thought something that was important to communicate is, again, with your images, being very, very visual, contrasting colors. You want this thing to pop out, right? So how do you know what's going to pop out? Do some Google searching. See what these things look like out in the wild, right? Google search engine results page is usually a white background. What other colors are on the page? You want to stand out from the crowd. If you're looking at an NFL game and they're kind of panning through the crowd, a lot of people are in team colors, and then somebody's wearing blaze orange or whatever it is. Or if you're at a Green Bay Packers game, there's a lot of blaze orange. We're across the border, so we'll make fun of you guys.
Sure.
You deserve it. You got the rings, we don't, so don't worry about it. But you want to stand out from that crowd, right? So do some searching, see what's actually out there in the wild. Pick your color schemes, pick your ad design, what you're going to do for images to stand out. First thing you got to do is grab that attention.
Yeah.
If you get scrolled past, then it's all for naught. It doesn't even matter what your offer is or how slick it was. You got to grab that attention. So we would say use colors that are disruptive.
Yep.
Don't be afraid to overlay text. Again, if it's $5 pizza, if you got a snazzy looking image of your pizza and good colors that stand out, just put $5, like right in that image, and then go ahead and write your text of your offer/post accordingly. So,
and that's A/B testing. You're going to be in your GMB. You should be in your GMB listing at least every 3 weeks.
Oh yeah.
So as long as you're in there, switch this out. And just see what happens. And I would try it, a couple times. And again, the part of the reason you want to do it is more for the SEO piece too. It's just a little more collateral that's in there.
Yep.
And let's try it and see what happens.
We've said it time and time again whenever we talk about Google products. Again, if Google's going to give you something to use it, right? This is a thing provided by Google through Google and to be shown on the Google results page, search engine results page. Use the darn thing. And you're saying every 3 weeks. I would even challenge everybody out there, do this at least once a week. As long as you know how to log into your GMB account and get to this post area, it takes you like 15 seconds.
Right.
You can whip out one of these posts in, 15 minutes or less. And I'm talking about if you don't have any graphics and you just need to find some stock photos or snap on yourself, whatever, and just throw up 100 to 200 to 300 words, whatever it is. You can type out that offer real quick and post this thing. Try it for a few weeks. If you're getting absolutely no traction, you can go ahead and pull back. But I would definitely at least try it weekly, if not even more frequent if you want. You're not going to really overdo this. So
yeah, have it be part of your routine once a week. Monday, you sit down and do this.
All right, that's about it for this week. If you guys got any topics you want us to cover, drop us a line, intrix.com/show. We're always looking to know what resonates with you. If you have any challenges, if you have any problems, or you just want to maybe know the best way to approach something, that's what we want to talk about. We want to help you out. So we've already had some good listener feedback. We've been featured on the show talking about these topics, and we'd love to do more of that to help you guys out. This is what we're here for, is to help you guys out in the local business circle. So
yeah, this is where it begins for small businesses. You basically going to have to get good at this, and you're probably good at your craft, and that's why you went into business. And you saw the opportunity, and that's where it begins. But this is really where you got to take your business to the next level, is dig into this stuff. And it is tough. That's not tough, but it's not sexy. It's stuff that you have to get into and work at. And trust me, when you work at it, it's going to be all worth it, because now you can take this craft and this ability that you have and marry it with the people that are looking for you.
Right.
And once that happens, something magical happens, and
yeah, it's called money.
it's money, yeah. And your wife is happy, and your husband's happy, and your kids are happy, and that's basically what we're here to do. We like helping small business grow, and it's really neat, because that's who you go out and have beer with. That's who you go play softball with and fish with. So
that's about it for this week. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week. Hey guys, just wanted to share another review with you here this week. We keep getting great 5-star reviews from everybody. Keep saying it again. Sound like a broken record. And I sound like a broken record saying I sound like a broken record, because I've said that a lot, I know. Yeah. But really, it's kind of the same message that we're getting over and over on those reviews, and we just really love it. Helps us know what we're doing. We're just very grateful for the feedback that we're getting and letting us know we're on the right track. We've only been doing this podcast at the time of this recording for about 4 months, and we're north of 20 5-star reviews.
Right.
And that's just spectacular. It really helps keeps us motivated, lets us know that we should keep doing this and keep bringing this value to you guys, and that it is a value. Otherwise, you wouldn't go out of your way to leave a review. So if you want to leave us a review and you haven't done it yet, we'd absolutely love it if you did. Intrix.com/iTunes. Got a real quick tutorial on how to do that because it's not the most intuitive.
It's a little tricky.
It's slightly tricky, but we'd really appreciate it if you could do it. Intrix.com/iTunes. I'm going to read one here that we got for this week. It's a 5-star review from Jill Baxter. She says, "How to set up Google My Business listings," which was one of our first episodes, our first 2 episodes actually. She says, "This was so helpful. I didn't know anything about Google Business listings. I have work to do!" Yeah, you do. That is such an important thing to do.
That's where it starts.
Yeah, like even if nobody else, didn't have it, and if you're the only one that didn't have it, and after listening to us, now you have a Google My Business listing, kudos to you. It's going to do great things for your business, even if it takes a while. That's the kind of feedback that we love to hear. Is, we've got a lot of other feedback from people. This is great information, really helped me out, whatever. This is the first one we've had where somebody has basically said, for something this major, like a GMB listing, I didn't even know this was there, and you turned me on to this, and I got to get this going. If we can do that every week for people, that's just going to make us super happy and know we're doing the right thing. So thanks a ton, Jill.
Jill, thanks for the review.
Yeah,
that's great.
For the review, for communicating that specifically. We absolutely love to hear it. So keep them coming in, guys. If we keep getting them, we're going to keep reading them, and we appreciate it a lot. Thanks. This is Local SEO Tactics, where each week we dive into actionable content that we can, This is Local SEO Tactics, where we provide week to week. That's just stupid. This is the outtakes you're looking for, right? This is what I'm doing is I'm just making outtakes.
Yeah.
It's just making outtakes. This isn't supposed to be real. Okay.